everybody. So I just had a shower and somehow I feel a certain urge to make a video about the book that I read for the first half of 2026. I did finish, so these are the physical books that I finished. It's not a lot, there are some books that I finished on my Kindle, but I don't feel like pulling and editing all of those, so just physical books for now. First one will be The Sparrow by Mary Doria Russell. This book, I love this book so much. It's a 5-star for me. It was about a priest and his group of friends, and then they discover a planet like life outside of Earth, and all of them went there to explore basically. This also revolved around religion, kind of about their faith. The main character is Emilio and he's a priest, and the moment that they found out there was life outside of Earth, it's the moment when he thought that it's God's will for him to be the person to be there. It's all God, but then a lot of traumatic events happened and it challenged his belief. The plot is great. There are something that I didn't know why they didn't send an army up there also, but I think they went there as a, with like peace in mind, like being friendly, but it turned out really not well, and the twist in the story I was so surprised. It was so wild. I think you should read this. I'm Buddhist, but I found this book very not really life-changing, but I think a lot reading this book. There's one, to summarize, kinda, they have like interview with the author, and they asked her what is the moral of this story, and she said, even if you do the best you can, you still get screwed. So I feel like that is basically the gist of the story. So this is 5-star for me. I'm ordering the sequel to this. I cannot wait for it to arrive. Second one, Animal Farm. Also a 5-star. It's really short. Very short, very small compared to this one. Very tiny, you see. But I think about this a lot because I grew up in Vietnam and I can reflect on it. There was a period of time, I think 10 years ago, when I have some kind of crisis because I was raised, like my belief system, I was raised there until I was 18. So I feel like my identity got, I don't know how to say it. Now I came to peace with that already, because I feel like the most important is how we perceive what we are taught now. So the experience I had as a child or a student 12 years ago also shaped me into how I am today. But because I do have experience, not bad experience at all, but you can feel like you were indoctrinated, but they kind of choose which one to ingrain into our brain. That was just like, I feel like it's good. It shaped me to be a good and hardworking person. So I love this book. I don't know, I've been rambling. That is why I make YouTube video, so I can be more fluent, and hopefully over time I can get my thought out easier. 5 star. Fyodor Dostoevsky. I bought a bunch of books from him, but I thought it would be hard to start, so I started with his collection of short story. I finished this book months ago, so I don't really remember, but as you can see, I have a lot of tabs. He and highlight. Look, hold on. Let's see if I can show you. Underline, highlight, tabbing, and note. This is note. I have a note here, like an essay right here. There are 3, 6, 9, 10 short stories in this book, and the one I love the most are The Peasant Mary and The Dream of a Ridiculous Man. 5 star. The Old Man and the Sea. Also short. I get bored, but I like his writing. It's just about an old man who haven't been successful in fishing for a couple of months or weeks, something like that, and he finally got a big fish, but in the end his fish got also eaten by other fish in the ocean. I think 4 star. I like this one. It's just a classic that I want to read. Not really a classic for me, but I like to see how he wrote his book. My favorite author. I heard there are some scandal of him, but I don't know. I always like Neil Gaiman. And this is also a short story collection. I bought this book years back, and I just finished this year. Some stories I like, some story got me confused, but still love it. I still love his writing. Juniper Berry, young adult. It was okay. To me, it's a 3 star read. It was about when you have a lot of, like, kind of like you sell your soul to a dark entity regarding like their parents. They kind of sold their soul to a dark entity, and these 2 children help their parents to get their soul back. Is the gist of that. Nancy Drew. This book makes me think of all of the like young adult books I read when I was younger, like the TKKG adventure, stuff like that. But it was okay. It has a lot of, what's this? What do you call this? Pictures. It's so cute. It's cute, but I'm not gonna read the next book like any more of this. I need to read the one I like. This one is okay, but I feel like it's not appropriate for my age anymore. I'm a grown woman now. Next one is The Couple Next Door. So I read this one after I finished The Sparrow. So this book is great. It makes you think. I feel smart when I was reading this book, but it was kind of like the plot and everything. It was not a hard book to read at all, but it was kind of traumatizing for me. So after that, I grabbed like a shorter thriller. This book was about a couple. So they live next door. I think it's like, New York. I've never been to New York before, but like how you have houses that are very close together, like townhouse. So this couple has a 6-month-old baby, but one night they just left the baby home because the babysitter canceled. They left the baby at home with a monitor and went to party next door. It was a birthday party, adults only. They went to party next door. So two couples, drinking and all that. This couple, like the parents, take turn to go back to check on their daughters every hours, every 30 minutes. And when they got home, somebody took the baby. So it was all about how it go deep into the relationship between them, and basically found out who took the baby and why they did that. It was a fun read for me. Short, easy read, entertaining. So I gave it 3.5 star. It's not because after you read a lot of books, you can guess, the outcomes and stuff like that. So I feel like I guess it's right, but then also I couldn't think of the twist from the story. So 3.5, nice read, refreshing. Yes, that's all. Oh, one more. Anne of Green Gables. This is so cute. So this edition, they have 2 books in one book. So Anne of Green Gables and Anne of Avonlea. I've never tried to learn how to read this word correctly, but there are 2 books in one, and I finished the first one. It is so cute. It is so cute. It is so cute and dreamy, and like the sceneries, her thoughts. Anne is the best fictional character. The best. I highlighted, I didn't tap, but I have a lot of green highlights in there. It's just random moments, her thoughts, her bit of wisdom, like the scenery. This is the cutest. Like if I have time to reread, I hope I can reread this. I hope that my child grow up reading this. I hope to have a baby girl so that I can show her this book. But boys can read this too. It is so cute. I'm on the 2nd book now when she grows up, but it's so cute, so cute. That's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully I'll get better at reviewing books and stuff like that. I should put some notes in the books after I read because I tend to forget. I can remember like the gist of the story, but then all of my thoughts that I have after I finished, I usually don't capture them. But now I think I should maybe put a loose pace here and write out what I thought, summarize the book, what I think about the story, so I can make videos in the future. I don't really read trendy, popular book from BookTok. The book that I bought are mostly from the thrift store. I just look at it, and if it has some kind of book winning prize or bestseller and the premise is good, then I'll buy them. And so far I had a lot of luck because all of the book I bought is good. That's it. Peace.